Hello everybody, welcome to the Sweaty Disc Golfer presents the 30th Annual Earlewood Classic presented by Lamplighter Insurance. So this round we have the FPO second round. We have a couple great sponsors, ABC, Affordable Medical Equipment, Restaurante Divino, Lansing Building Products, MA60 Lives Matter apparently, according to some guys, River Printing, Stevenson's Properties Group, and Vista Roofing. All these great sponsors help put together this awesome event for the players. We're starting off on course hole 15 for our first hole, 199 foot. Pretty much very downhill. You're going to take something moderately stable to slightly overstable, playing on a slight hyzer, and try to get the skip up into the green.
Yeah, you got a blind tee shot. Anybody that's played Earlewood knows it has a lot of hills going on, so you really can't see where you're throwing. You just have to throw it out there and hope you put the right weight on it.
Yeah, throw the shot and then see how the roll reacts to it. So this is Haley Childs throwing her shot. She's taking a really nice line here.
Good angle. Just sit down. Sit down.
Absolutely perfect. And that's how you draw this hole up. That's what you're playing for, is that shot there and getting it to settle in there short of those timbers. The only issue is that you can get some nasty rollaways or roll past the basket down into OB.
Sara Nicholson throwing a nice standstill shot there. Leaves it a little bit short, but
She's
kind of
going to be right about circle's edge there looking at it.
Yeah. Kelly Tucker stepping up. Puts a good move on it. She's got a good
little
angle.
more overstable.
Let's do backhand.
Oh,
Got a great roll of the basket.
Earlewood can give and Earlewood can take.
And this is Yulia. I don't know everybody's bag, but I know this is Yulia's bullfrog. She loves throwing this disc. So another good line coming into the basket, sitting right where you wanted it. Oh, and then Earlewood happens. And she gets a brutal roll away. And right there, just the top of those stairs there, that's where the OB is. So OB definitely comes into play on this hole.
Yeah, Lillian looks like throwing a, was that an Axiom disc?
It's some sort of overmold putter, but I'm not sure. I know she throws a lot of latitude, but I'm not sure what she's throwing there.
Get a death putt here. And, yep, that's...
She makes a smart decision, gives it more of a layup than a go. Sarah's kind of an aggressive putter. She's really good at putting, so let's see what she does here. Great commitment,
man.
Great pace on that putt.
Great putt to start the round out. First hole, get the nerves out of the way, sinking something like that.
That's one of those putts where if she misses that putt, she's very likely rolling OB. Yulia, after her long roll away, coming back, this is probably about 35, 40 feet at least
Up
uphill.
the hill.
Oh, it just snuck it in. What a great putt.
Just enough on it.
That's awesome. Love seeing that's two big putts starting off the tournament, or the round two, getting going good.
Came out to play today.
So then we got these ladies, they're going to just be tacking these putts in. These are routine up and downs for them. So Haley must be, she's sitting right there, man.
Yeah.
It's such a great drive.
Just past the basket.
Still takes her bag off even for those little tap ins. That's something I don't always do real well.
Yeah, it'll bite you once in a while.
It will. So
All
making this hole look easy. Lillian will be coming down to tap in her par after her smart layup there.
4 birdies on this hole. That's not
really
very
good.
common.
Now, you see a lot more rollaways than you do birdies. Ooh, nice clean form there by Sarah. Ripping. That'll be the next hole we're playing. So this is 310 feet. It plays downhill and back up, but as long as you play directly across, the dome of the basket here is actually about the height of your feet. So it's a little bit downhill, but for some reason this hole tends to play a little bit longer for a lot of players.
Yeah, I think I've actually lasered it at 330.
Yeah, it's one of those holes that you can reach really easy, but it's also one you can leave short. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody put one in the road long. So at 310, which is what it's marked on the course, it plays a little longer than that, I feel. Let's see what Haley does here.
Looks good.
It's a little lower than I think she was looking for, but she got a good reaction there. It's going to be about the edge of circle 2 there, so.
Long look, but doable.
She got a nice little bit of turn there. Maybe she got a little higher up the hill. She's about the same position Haley is. Just kind of died out there a little bit.
Kelly going forehand.
This is a difficult hole to attack forehand because if you burn it over into that hill, you can get a pretty nasty roll. Looks like she landed there in those bleachers in the seats there, so she's going to have a fairly flat grounded approach on them, so that's nice at least. Yulia, I know she can reach this one, so let's see what she does here. She got a good...
Barely missed the tree.
Yeah, got it close.
Good skip.
Oh yeah, great shot. So she's going to be probably 20, 25 feet there for her birdie. So that's a good look there. Lillian has a lot of power, so I'm expecting her to get that close.
Oh no.
Just square that tree on the left side. That gap is big, but something about those trees, they just seem to want to jump out and grab your disc.
Yeah, and you remember that old branch that used to hang across the gap?
Oh man. So as you can see, the tree right in front of Lillian, there's a little notch missing out of the tree there, where there used to be a branch that made you throw under, and that fell a couple years ago.
We're going to see that a lot from Lillian.
She has a lot of
probably
overhand.
The best thumber in town.
Yeah,
it's
she's
crazy.
really good at that shot. She makes it work for her really well. She's got a lot of power with that too. Kelly going with a high Annie. Oh, try to put it in.
Good run.
So Nicholson, I guess she's a little closer now. I think she's about 40 here.
Yeah. Straight up the hill. Looks like it had the height.
Had the height, good distance, so that's a good bid. Haley's a little closer. I'd say she's probably about 20, 25 feet for her birdie look.
Those uphill putts are always hard to get enough on it.
And you're always scared here because I definitely saw some putts roll all the way back down to the bottom of this hill. This is a pretty steep incline here. Once you get over the edge of those timbers, it can definitely roll away.
Yulia, unfortunate to end up in a kind of a little divot in the bank there, but let's see if she makes it.
Great putter. She's such a good putter. I expect her to make everything inside the circle.
If you've ever been against her at putting league, then you know how she can putt.
Yeah, I don't think she lost maybe one round of putting league this entire last season, so excellent putter. Lillian just kind of left that short, let the nerves get to her on that side hill a little bit. I don't know if she's been on camera much before either, so it could be some of that as well.
Kelly facing, it's not that long, but it just staring out into the wide open behind that basket.
Behind the basket, there's nothing there, so it's just wide open, straight downhill. But she makes good on that comebacker putt. We should see a couple tap-ins here from the ladies here, cleaning up this and moving on to the next hole.
Clean up. Got Haley looks to have a 4-stroke lead here. She shot what, 3 or 5 down first round?
Yeah, she started out hot. So this is a new of the temporary holes. We kind of change these extra holes up every year. So this is a new iteration of this hole. So right here we see this wooden platform is where the basket actually sits, and that entire parking lot to the right is OB, and the baseball field left is OB. So not a ton of distance required here, but the rollaways are definitely an issue. So Yulia does a smart play. She lays up short of the danger rollaway area.
Yeah, this is it's definitely an Earlewood hole. Y'all did a good job of designing this to kind of flow with the rest of the course. You got rollaway potential like you do on the rest of the course. Wow. OB and Haley
just attacking the pin. Oh no! Oh, and it's sat. That was such a good reaction off of those bricks there. Those bricks, the upper portion of them do play as inbounds, so she's gonna have a pretty close putt there. That's a great shot.
Sara got it nice and flat.
Yeah, ripping on that thing. Nice little bit of turnover. She's probably going to be about 60 or 70 out, so she'll be just taking a nice safe layup from there, just avoiding that roll away and OB potential on the hole. Kelly is a very forehand dominant player. I think she throws primarily, if not all, forehands. So she's getting herself in that safe landing zone where she's avoiding that OB.
And of course, Lillian busting out a thumber.
I'm curious to see how this works. It's tailing off to the right a little bit, but she's right in there in that landing zone too. Playing it smart, avoiding the OB, getting it 3, because this is a little bit out of the range for what some of these ladies feel comfortable attacking for that too, especially with that OB risk. So good approach there from Sara. So she'll be tapping in her par. Kelly, I think she's lining this one up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gave it a little run at it.
Little run, little right, but she'll be in good condition to clean up her
trying to
there.
see what disc that is.
Can't quite tell either.
Sit down.
That's a great up. Yulia, I kind of half expect her to run this, even though the OB's right there.
Definitely was a.
She gave it a go, and it stayed safe. So that was a great run.
Haley for the birdie.
So here, this is probably about 8 feet uphill from where she's standing, and she makes good. Man, she's on fire. That's 2 for 3 so far, starting out the round. just increasing her lead over everybody else, just getting it done. Kelly will be coming back from probably about 15 feet. It should be fairly routine for these ladies from here. Bang, bang. Good putt.
It's a nice platform you guys built.
Yeah, it kind of worked out well. That was a last-minute decision to put the platform in this hole. We had it just kind of balanced so that it was set pretty. But we put together a platform morning of, and it kind of sat there and fit perfectly. So it worked out great.
Definitely worked. So on to hole 17 here.
Hole 17, one of my favorite holes in the course, just because it plays so well for a righty forehand or a lefty backhand. That gap is just wide open, especially with the tree we had come down this past year. You can see that stump there used to kind of force you to go a tighter inside gap or an outside hyzer with the forehand.
Definitely took some of the teeth out of this hole, but down here on the green you can see it sloped away from the shots coming in, so you can get some pretty nasty rollaways down to the flat area.
And just past that flat where the woods line is there is actually marked OB, and that parking lot there is OB. So if you're playing that turnover shot, if you don't commit to it and it does stall out, you could end up in the OB parking lot. So Haley catch one of the inside guardian trees that protect that inside line. Yulia's going to be doing the same thing, throwing that backhand turnover shot. Looks like this is her Atlas.
Yeah, looks like it just faded out of here. We had some catch camera difficulties on this hole, so sorry about that.
So she's going to be in the middle of the fairway. She's probably going to have about 40 to the basket, but it does slope down from where you're looking at left to right. So there is a little fadeaway to that green. So Kelly's got the shot for this hole. Going that forehand hyzer at it. She's got the best potential to get to the basket, I feel.
Oh, a little early.
A little early, a little high, but
Caught the tree.
she should be able to get up and down from there pretty good.
Lillian going back to the thumber.
This is
Looks
actually
good.
looking really nice. Nice pan, but a good flip. And depending on our ground reaction, it looks like she's gonna be right up there. Kelly's gonna be about 50, 60 feet out here. Giving it a go. Good run.
Flashing the chains.
Haley from about 35, just laying it up, making sure she gets out of this one. She's got a lead. She wants to kind of protect that when she can.
Yeah, no need to start going for those. It's second round. They're playing 3 rounds this year, so 5-shot lead, you definitely just don't do anything too crazy.
Yeah. Play aggressive off the tee and defensive on your approaches. Sara looks like she's lining this one up too. Just a little right, but a great bid. And it sat pretty, so she's not going to have too much of a comeback on that one either. Lillian's probably about 25, 30 feet.
Giving it a safe bid there, throwing a little higher.
Yeah, she's a little scared of that rollaway potential with it. Hides her back into that. It could have a potential to roll because there's a little hill where that grass meets the dirt where it's been eroded. Oh no, Sara. She's really good on the green. I expect her to make everything inside the circle, so that's surprising to see her lead that one.
Yeah, those definitely sneak in there once in a while. Yulia tapping out par. Should be Haley's par. Sara with the unfortunate bogey. Just a little high on the putt, but good thing it didn't roll away.
Yeah.
Lillian with the par.
So hole 18, it's 382, but it plays like it might be like 250 if you get a good throw down the middle. It's so far downhill, it probably is about 70 feet, 80 or more of elevation change from tee pad to basket. So you can see how downhill it is from this vantage point. So if you
grab your straightest flying disc and just make sure you hit the gap and just watch it fly.
So she throws out a nice hyzer line down the right hand side and gets that flip. It's got a little too much flip, and it kind of kicked it off to the left hand side. And to show the elevation change, Yulia here going back with that bullfrog again. So a mid-range putter type disc on a 382 foot hole.
Looks like it's turning over a little bit. That's a good spot to be.
It's not bad. So fairly open approach from there. Kelly's taking the forehand line, which I actually like for this hole. It plays well because the trees are tight right, so you got lots of room to work off to the left.
Yeah,
as long as you get that nose angle down.
And once you get past the basket, that right side does open up a little more.
It does. So she's pinched off a little bit to the left over there, but she should be able to get up and down with a nice little, probably handy forehand.
Is this 3 thumbers in a row?
That's Lillian's strong suit, so stick with what works.
Looks good.
Just a little too high.
Yeah, there's that one tree there on the left that just somehow sneaks in the fairway.
It doesn't look like it's in frame here from this camera angle, but just off the edge, left edge here, there's a tree that catches a lot of stuff that even trickles a little bit.
Sara going with a smart play. Looked like a Nova standstill, just trying to get it down the fairway. Unfortunate tree there, but it stayed in the middle, so hopefully she'll have a wide open up shot.
There's a sneaky little righty backhand flex line out over the road. I think that's kind of what she was going for, just get that flex out there and get to the open side on the right. Another thumber from Lillian, and see it rolling. Where'd it go?
It just finished just out of frame on the right. I think it's about 30 feet or so.
Okay, so that's a solid approach. There's a lot of trees in this fairway that can catch you down. This is a really easy hole to bogey if you don't get down the fairway off the tee. Just because it doesn't shape up really well for a lot of approach shots.
Sit down, sit, check.
And just like that green is really fast because it does have a downslope on the green because you're going uphill to the basket from where Haley is here, and then it drops off a slight grade down towards the OB Creek lawn.
She's got a pretty tight gap coming out of the woods here. She's got to hug that tree just on the right side with something overstable. With all the pine straw, she should be able to get a good skip down towards the basket.
I gotta think that's a little lower than she intended, but she got a decent amount of ground play. That's gonna put her just outside the circle. Probably gonna, it might be a little farther than that. It might be 45 feet. So Yulia for her approach. Awkward with those little power line stabilizers there. Oh my gosh!
Almost
so close. Great shot.
Knee, forehand.
I want to say that was her rat that she was throwing there.
Yeah,
this is going to be Kelly out of the woods back in there. Looks like she's pretty obstructed.
Yeah.
Having to go overhand.
Oh. Might have an open putt at it.
The left side down there is not too bad. There's a lot of little stuff over there, but there's usually enough that you can work around it. And then Haley doing what she had to do to get out of this hole, protect her lead as much as possible, and just get out of here with a bogey. You're going to see a lot of bogeys on this hole just because of how difficult that approach shot is if you do miss your landing zone off the tee.
Kelly looks like she's having to reach around a tree, just a little forehand. Gives it a run.
Good little safe bid, but that'll keep her close. She should be able to clean that up. This will be Lillian for her par. So
save par from that tree kick off the drive.
That'd be great. It's probably 20.
Just low.
It's a little low. She's putting a little timid.
Sara found some of the nice tall grass, and I imagine it's pretty soft where she's standing.
Yeah, all
it's
this grassy
muddy.
area here is very, very marshy. So it's not OB, but it's not pleasant footing either. So players have the option to take it behind that, but it really adds another 15 feet to your putt. So a lot of players will try to find a footing and get in there and take that putt.
Good putt from Kelly. It was a bogey, but like you said, hole 18, a bogey's not terrible on this hole.
While it is a par 3, I feel like par is not a score you're unhappy with on this hole, and a birdie here is definitely a bonus.
Solid putt.
Yulia cleaning up her par after that, almost taking the birdie off the long throw. So, a solid par there. Sara cleaning up another bogey here, but
couple bogeys on this hole to be expected. It's pretty rare the group gets out of here at even par or better.
I feel like that's one of the hardest holes on the course to score the birdie.
Such a good thumber.
Such a good angle. I like that camera view.
Watching it fly. Another new alternate hole for this year. Great hole. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it.
So it plays as an island. It's 250 feet to carry the green or the island, and then everything there, the basket will actually be positioned on top of that water fountain you see there for a little bit of an elevated putt for the players. So it's definitely reachable for most of our players. It's a drop zone just short of the island. Yulia just laces this with her atlas.
That's exactly
what you want to do.
Exactly how you want to throw it.
So Haley's going to copy off of her line and try to throw something very similar to that.
Right.
Hang on. So it looks like she's throwing that OB, so she's probably going to be going to that drop zone. Kelly's going to want this to turn for a long time and just finish a little bit late in the flight.
Get up.
Get up.
Oh no, caught the curve back into the road, OB.
So close.
As the extremely loud train rolls by.
That's one thing about this course. It does have a lot of trains that come through here and loud horns. Yeah. Lily going with the thumber route, which I think is actually one of the better routes because there's not a whole lot of stuff up high to hit. except for that light pole. But once you apply that, you're pretty much clear to the green. And that's it right there. So dropping it right on the dime, just short of the basket. So she should have a good little putt there for her birdie.
Sara opted for another standstill. Looks good from here.
A little bit of stability over the bushes.
Yep.
So she made the island, but she's probably going to be about circle's edge with a slightly obstructed putt there. This is Haley from the drop zone. It's probably about 50 feet. I wanted to make this approach not a gimme if you get if you miss the island, to create a little bit of scoring separation on a shorter hole.
Yeah, definitely like the elevated basket here. It's something that's
That we don't have it
really,
Earlewood.
yeah, it's new to Earlewood. Yeah,
Yeah.
never been done before.
So Sara, again, with these bushes here, she definitely has a tricky lie and just trying to figure out how to get her footing and clean and get where she can have a look at the basket. I can't tell if she's going to have a run or it looks like from here she's probably just going to be laying up because she switched to her approach putter.
This view right here kind of sums up Earlewood in a way. You don't hit your mark, then you're going to have to
Come up with something tricky.
Exactly.
So that was a solid approach. She actually gave a little half go, trying to drop it in on the ante. This will be Lillian for her birdie putt. Makes
putt.
good on it. It took her a little bit to get her putter warmed up and going, but now she's got it going. So let's see if she can't keep it rolling throughout the rest of the round. And this is one of those putts. Again, I expect Yulia to make these all day.
No problem.
No problem. So another great putt. Yulia's making some moves. She's got some work to do still, but that puts her tied for second place now with Sara.
Yeah, 3 down on the round so far.
It's really good.
Haley with the unfortunate bogey there, you know, being kind of a straightforward hole. You'd like to really at least get out of here with par, but that's Earlewood.
That OB being around the basket, if you throw a good shot, it doesn't come into play, but if you miss your mark by a little bit, it can definitely bite you out here. So,
get a nice look
great
at this.
drives by those ladies.
Slow-mo putt from Yulia.
Oh, nice.
No doubt about it.
Strong side, low. That's where you need to putt on any basket, but especially the rest of these Earlewood dome top baskets out here. Hole 1, 242, very straightforward. One of my favorite holes on the course. I throw the forehand flex line up the left-hand side. You're probably going to see a lot of these ladies go the high hyzer, which is the new route that's come into popularity lately. This hyzer here is going to take you up there. As long as you stay clean, it's going to get you an outside of circle look. Or she got actually inside of circle there, so that's a great putt.
Had some good ground play, good skip.
Historically, Lillian here's throwing the more typical play, the thumb or forehand up the straight gap and just finishing back towards the basket. She just crushes that thing. Just short of that tree.
Oh, gosh.
Picture perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. So it says 242. It probably plays closer to 280 to 300 at least, I would say. Ooh, I think that's a lot more turn than what Sara was looking for.
Yeah, good thing it started hyzering back, because if you get one turning right, going back down that hill, it just goes.
I've seen them end up close here and catch an edge and roll all the way down the hill right into the creek. So definitely roll-away potential on almost every hole out here.
Going backhand up the middle with slight turnover.
Well,
that's a good shot.
A great shot. And a great stump. Kicks it up there probably inside 10 feet. So great pull. And then Kelly Tucker is going to be doing the forehand route. She's going to be trying to do the same kind of thing that Lillian did and get a little flex on it and then hyzer back towards the basket. This is looking pretty good.
Coming out of
A little
it.
hyzer. So she's going to be a little bit short, actually. I thought she was going to get that skip, but she didn't get any skip there because she got a flat landing.
Yeah, smart play there is just going to be layup, get your par, move on to the next hole.
Oh, I thought Sara was running that for a second.
One more weedy is what she said.
Kelly, she's probably looking at about 40 feet from here. Oh, I think she was trying to lay it up. Just laid it a little long, but she's going to still be able to clean that up for her easy one.
Yulia for the birdie.
It's going to take her. This would take
Four
her
down.
Four down in the round.
Yeah. Came out on fire.
Oh, no. We jinxed her. All right, this will be Haley cleaning up
Yeah, for the birdie.
for the birdie.
Yeah.
Nice. That was a great
See if I can
drive.
get one. There
Good
it is.
ball.
Got it back on track after those 2 bogeys in a row.
Yeah, that backhand turnover up the gap, the straight gap there is definitely a very difficult shot, and I rarely ever see anybody take that shot. But she executed it perfectly.
She showed you how to do it. Kelly to clean up a par. Sometimes, especially during tournaments, like these 10-footers out here at Earlewood, they get a little testy with these baskets.
They can. There's a few baskets out here that there's no putt on this course that I feel super comfortable with, because these style baskets are a little bit narrower than normal.
And the shallow cage, I've seen plenty of bounce outs. Like you hit a little low, exactly.
If you hit low on the short side, you can just scoop right out. And a lot of baskets have a scoop on top where you can ramp off of them. You can scoop out of this basket here and get going and rolling. So never know what's going to happen. So good cleanup by these ladies. Oh,
watch this nice turnover.
Haley has such clean form. She's really been working on it the last couple of years. If you follow her on social media, you see her working on that all the time. So hole 2, 315, pretty downhill. Plays really well for the forehand hyzer shot, skipping up to the basket, or backhand turnover shot down the straight route. Difficult basket to attack just because of all of the stuff in the way.
So many trees.
But I really like this thumber line.
Yeah.
So, so that plays really well, moving through the gap. There's a Mando you can see on that tree there.
6-finger Mando.
6-finger Mando, yeah. So the thumber lines up really well down the straight gap. Haley looks like she's going to be going down the left gap on the turnover line, which also plays very well.
Light pole.
That light pole is almost invisible in this camera view, but when you're there playing, it's definitely in view, and you just have to miss that right, and that puts you down by the basket if you get that turnover line.
Yeah, you just gotta hit that initial gap, and then after that, it's pretty clean for a while. Oh, another tree hit.
Yulia overcorrecting from what Haley did, but this is another hole where if you hit those first trees, this approach can be very difficult because of the side hill down there by the basket. Sara, I expect to go turnover as well. Hopefully split the difference between what the last 2 ladies did.
There it is.
There it is, nice and clean.
Keep turning.
Holding the turn. Looks like it's stalling out a little bit there towards the end, but that should put her looking at the basket.
Kelly, more than likely going to go forehand here, which is my preferred route. Yours too, more than likely.
I'm thinking she's going to go straight at it. The same line that Lillian was trying to take.
Right through the Mando.
Yeah.
Get
so
Annie.
That plays perfect. Cleans there's a tree. Hyzes back to the basket.
That's good.
That's absolutely perfect.
Parked
That's it. Great shot. So that's probably going to put her about 15 feet.
It hit the first tree last time.
She said she hit the first tree last time, but she threw the most aggressive route. That's the most risk-reward route. So if you clean that line, that's a great pull.
Yeah, get something a little stable, make sure it comes back, put it on some Annie, and just let it fly.
That doesn't look like much from Yulia, but for where she was, that's an absolutely incredible shot to get it to sit there flat.
Yeah, she
on
was
that
on
side
the
slope.
On the short side of the road. She probably wasn't maybe 10 feet closer to the basket than where the tee pad is, just a different angle. But to get it to the basket from that spot's really nice.
Mm-hmm. So Haley just left it a little short there, didn't quite get the height on it she needed. And Lillian left with a forehand hyzer. Wow. It's like Joe lost this one.
It's getting down there.
Moving.
Oh, just past the basket.
Nice. That'd be good. Haley laying up to the upside. You can see how much downhill play there is here, about how high the hill she landed. And that triple she got back down towards the basket. So Sara, I guess she did stall it a little bit early. Maybe she caught this big pine here as pretty much a guardian protecting the basket.
Yulia, after that incredible upshot.
This would be a great par save.
Save the par.
I've been over where she was many times and been happy to get away with a bogey. Oh, no.
So another weird thing about the Earlewood baskets is the very top link is stiff. It does not move.
It is.
So if you hit just under the band up top, it's still not going in. It just kicked her right out.
A lot of baskets are connected with an S hook, but the way we had, these are modified to hold an outer set of chains. They were originally only single chains, but several years ago we added the outer chains, and they're bolted. As you can see the bolt holes there, they're actually bolted to the rim itself, so they do not give at all on that upper link.
Haley with a unfortunate bogey there.
Yeah, this hole can bite you. It's got a lot of slope, a lot of rollaway potential, and
a lot of trees.
A lot of trees. That's exactly right.
Kelly absolutely nailed that drive for the birdie.
That's about as good as you're going to get on this hole. That's incredible. So the rest of these ladies should be cleaning up for their...
Tight battles going on here. We got Sara and Yulia at 2 over, and Kelly and Lillian battling there.
I think Yulia's going to be 3 after this one, yeah. So, keeping it close. Haley's still got a nice lead.
Hole 3.
389.
Uphill.
It plays like 450. It's full rip on a hyzer for me to reach this basket. Very tough shot. The gap off the tee it gets you. You can see how many times that tree to left's been hit. Kelly taking all the danger out of here, just throwing that forehand Annie around there. She's hit that iron leaf there.
That's a little magnet, that tree right there in the middle. It seems to, if you miss your line at all, it seems like you always end up hitting that tree for some weird reason.
Exactly. And Sara just throwing a nice smooth shot up there to the stump there, which will give her probably about 150.
Lillian looks like to be playing the safe. That's a good safe shot right there. That's good tournament golf. Just get it out there. Don't leave yourself too short. Takes everything up, all the trouble out of play. Easy up and down from there.
She's not going to attack the basket for a 2 there, but it should be an easy 3 from there. I think Haley's going for this one.
That looks pure.
She's got the power, I know.
Good skip. That's up next to the tree.
That's a crush. It says 389, but she probably threw that like it was 420. That's a smash to hold a hyzer that long. So Yulia's going to try to get up there as well.
A little low, it looks.
A little low, a little right, but she's in good place. She's across the path over there, so she's probably going to be inside 80. So that's another good shot. This forehand approach to this basket from Kelly is very difficult because the ground slopes left to right.
Yeah, if you land the disc on an anti-angle, it's just going to cut back down that hill and leave you a long par putt.
Or if she gets too much, that's nice. And I got flat on her, but she's going to be right there by the old tree stump up there. But she should have a putt.
Wide open look for Sara.
So this is what Sara was playing for. Just this nice, easy 3 on this hole. Oh, goodness. Oh, she tried to ring it up. You can be a little bit more aggressive on this approach from where she is because there is that bank right behind the basket. If you come in there on appropriate height, you can just kind of count on slamming into there, and usually it'll stay. But you can get a roll away on this one. But this one isn't as bad if you hit that hill. It usually stays up there and just gives you a weird little putt from inside 20 feet.
Yeah, the only trouble here is really if you go long, you can get on the bank and be in some of the bushes, but it's still not that bad.
No, you're going to be in as long as you're on the bank there.
As we see right there.
Lillian, she's obstructed. She's going to have a weird footing, but she's going to be inside 20 feet. So still a good play.
Haley for a good 2 on this hole.
A rare 2 from most divisions.
Oh, gave it a good bid.
She gave it a bid. Great run.
Kelly with a long look at par.
I would say this and hole 18 are probably the 2 hardest holes on the course to birdie.
Absolutely. Looks like she'll be hopefully cleaning up a bogey, and Lillian from just outside the bushes there. Gonna have to step out. All the pine straw just makes it tough footing back there. But just left side.
Good look from where she was. Kelly would just be tapping this one in here.
Yeah, not an uncommon bogey on this hole. Like this and 18, if you get, it's pretty common to see some bogeys in a group.
Yeah.
Not often everybody gets out of there with par or better.
Yeah, most players are playing this hole for par, so a bogey's not uncommon here. If you're playing it for birdie and you get a par, that's to be expected. But if you're playing for par and you get a bogey, that's kind of what you expect as well. So good cleanups here. Good par from Sara, just taking the hole apart, knowing what she can throw and what her high percentage shots are, and throwing those shots. So Haley went the aggressive route and got the same results. So stick to your game plan and do what you do.
On to hole 4 after this awesome forehand slow-mo.
That's so cool.
Yeah, good follow through.
Yeah. Hole 4, probably the most aced hole on the course. It's right there, dead straight in front of you. All you got to do is
clear the bushes.
Clear the bushes, and you're on the island. There are ropes on this one. They're not here when we did the drone flyovers. But pretty much if you throw the hyzer and let it dump towards the basket, your ace running, or Haley's going to throw the turnover shot, and then just stick it on the island. Oh, she left out a little bit too wide. But she'll proceed to the drop zone down there by the bridge. She'll still have a putt for her par from there. Yulia going with her Pumpkin Thunderbird that's been in her bag, G-Star, for a long time. She's probably going to go Annie forehand here and just try to have it spike in down there so she can have a putt.
Yeah, definitely like the forehand player.
Oh, looks like she left it a little wide as well. Put a little extra stank on it.
And I don't know if you guys heard that, but Haley was talking about technical difficulties with the camera after that shot, and oddly enough, we actually did have some difficulties. So
And Sara just shows you how to throw just a pure straight shot at it.
Kelly throwing a little baby flex here.
Spiking in at it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right back.
Great shot.
So we'll have 2 looks for birdie, and Lillian hopefully get the third right here.
I'm surprised to see Lily not going thumber here on this one. It's a great thumber hole.
Right.
But I guess
Come back.
with a good forehand there, she should be in good shape. Oh, so close.
Just outside the ropes.
So it looks like we're going to have 3 from the drop zone and 2 on the green putting for for birdie.
Yeah, this is I like the drop zone here, and it's a short hole. You should be out on the island, but this putt it's a little long, but it's makeable.
I think it's right at 30 feet.
Yeah,
So inside the circle, so there's no jump putting, but a good run by Yulia. Almost cans that one. Another look from Lillian. Got the right height on it, just didn't quite get it online enough. So this will be Tucker coming back for her first birdie on the card.
so close.
So close. All right, so this will be Sara for the last chance at a birdie on the shortest hole in the course.
Kelly's gonna clean it up.
Oh, worst phrase in disc golf. It's still you.
We've all heard that before.
Me more than most.
Is that a crown?
I'm not sure.
Really?
I don't know Kelly's bag that well.
Common spot right in front of that tree, acts like a little buffer, especially during tournament play. It keeps you from skipping OB.
That's probably about 15 feet. It looks a little closer than that on video, but that's 15 feet.
Solid birdie. When you step up to hole 4, you're kind of expecting a birdie. Anything else, you're gonna walk away a little bit disappointed. So
Feeling like you lost strokes to people out there.
Good for her to get a stroke back and hopefully get a turn back around.
So come a little closer there with Sara picking up the birdie and Haley taking the bogey.
Exactly, 3 shots.
Brings it within 3. That's the closest it's been this round. And then Yulia will be cleaning up her bogey here as well, which takes her to 4 over, which kind of pushes her back a little bit, but she's still chasing.
Yeah, a lot of movement back and forth here.
Yeah. So hole 5, 295.
Do not go left.
Yes. Left is that ditch over there is OB, and it's also very slippery and difficult to get your disc back from. The road right plays OB as well. It says 295, but this plays every bit of 350. This is another long. It does slope uphill a little bit.
Oh, sit down.
So a lot of players are going to go for that straight gap towards the telephone pole by the basket. The telephone pole is about circle's edge. But if you catch one of those trees there and you get the wrong kick, you can definitely end up in that OB ditch.
Kelly hitting a good gap there.
Playing that forehand hyzer in the upslope over there.
That's good.
So that's going to leave her probably about 60 feet to the basket.
I'm coming right at you.
Yeah, this is hole 5 is always a bonus birdie. You come out of here with par, you're not going to be too mad, but getting that birdie feels really good on this hole.
So Haley's actually going the aggressive outside route, which actually carries OB for about half the shot. Oh, and she actually ended up inside.
Check.
Oh, and just curls out left.
It's definitely not safe going up with
So she had the commitment to it, but just left it a little bit left off the tee. So she wants to go right side of that tree. And I think Yulia's going the same route as well.
That's what makes hole 5 difficult. It's like you're trying to go outside to try, play a little safe, and you can still end up OB left.
Yeah, if you leave it, because the whole fairway does slope right to left. So anything that's skipping hard, especially in the middle part of that fairway, you can definitely find that ditch very easily.
Lillian lining up a forehand here.
Going the safe route.
Oh, low.
That'll still play. So those guardian trees make this whole play a lot longer than it needs to, but once you get past them, it's fairly routine from there. There's not much in your way. A little low ceiling off to the left-hand side and one tree off wide right, and that telephone pole there.
Yeah, that pole is a magnet.
It is. But Sarah puts that up. She's going to be just inside a circle there for her par save. Lillian going with the backhand.
Nice and wide. Hopefully it's overstable.
Let's see if it hydra's back in there.
Probably
little
about
bit.
25 feet or so.
A little right where she wanted to be, but she'll have a putt in there.
Yeah.
Haley went that OB, so she's taking her meter off, which is tough. She's probably about 65, 70 to the basket from here. Probably just going to lay this one up and take her bogey and move on, which is going to put us in one stroke tighter here.
Yeah,
So
it's getting close.
good approach there. That puts her right underneath the basket.
Kelly, after that nice forehand drive, easy up and down from here. You can run it if you want to be aggressive, but looks like she's getting aggressive with it.
She gave a little 50-50, but left a little short, so she's going to be in good position to tap that in for her part. Yulia with a long look. I left it a little wide. She didn't like it out of her hand, but easy up and down from there.
Look at a par save. Left it low.
Not enough commitment on that one for her. And then this tree here is not really in play, but it can act as a backstop and give you a tight footing for your next approach here. So Kelly's got kind of an awkward stance here with that tree being right in her back.
Good putt.
But she makes good.
Good putt. Can't be disappointed with the par. Definitely getting some strokes on some
Especially
people.
when you're playing the layup play and playing for the par, then definitely a good score. Sarah to be doing the same thing here, cleaning up her par. Oh, was that a bogey? What did I miss?
Did we miss a shot?
We must have. Must have missed one of her putts or something. Oh, she laid up short, and so she putted long. So she did.
Yeah.
She did 2-putt that green. Yulia cleaning up her par. So no strokes gained on the leader on this hole unless something crazy here happens with Haley. So they both took a bogey on that hole. So pushing on. Moving to hole 6. Hole 6 is a very tough little short hole. I feel like I say that about every hole I hear Earlewood. So hole 6 probably goes downhill. As you can see here from the drone flight, we're probably looking at 70 feet-ish, maybe a little less in elevation change.
Completely blind. Just pick a branch out there in the distance and throw at it, and
Yeah.
hopefully it gets down and sits. Rollaway's real common here.
So ideally the play here is what Yulia's going to be doing is the putter straight with a slight hyzer finish and just hoping it dies somewhere down there near the basket. It's not one of those holes where you throw the shot. This is pushing OB most of the way because there is OB separating 6 and 7, but that's a great shot. That telephone pole is going to be about 25 to 28 feet, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Good spot.
That's where you want to be. So it's so easy to be really long with this basket OB or really short and giving you a death putt up at it.
Yeah, anything pin high is okay. That way you don't have to putt down the hill.
And Kelly throwing a really nice forehand turnover line. Very difficult shot. Very easy to have that slide left and finish down in the OB with it unless you get that good hyzer back on it. Sarah again going standstill with her Nova.
Gets
Pushing that
stable.
over B.
Comes
Just got back in bounds.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Roll right up to the basket. That's a perfect shot. That's exactly how you draw this one up. Haley going the same line. Looks a little turned over.
It's got to stable up.
Come on,
That's
get
fine.
back.
That's fine.
Oh, good tree reaction there too. Wow. It's interesting to see how much they're able to put on it and still get it to come back there and finish down there by the basket. This whole play is very difficult for me, but they're making it look very simple. Apparently I'm doing it wrong.
Just take notes.
Apparently. This looks a little high, but she had enough hyzer on it that she's going to be safe with that OB.
Everybody in bounds.
Yeah, that's great. She's got a trickier approach here with that side hill, so just putting a little ante on it to get to try to land flat, match the angles. Nice soft layup. Kelly, I bet she's going to give us a run from where she's at. Oh, great toss.
Deadly forehand.
Hit the pole. That's what you're trying to do. Pole hit, got her sitting flat. Otherwise, she might have got a little roll with the angle she was coming in on. Yulia to take the birdie here. Oh no.
That's what you don't want here.
So she's probably got an even longer, maybe a little closer, but not much closer. She's probably still 20 feet out.
Back
but
up the hill.
Directly uphill here.
Oh no.
Oh, man. That's something you never see is Yulia miss twice.
Hole 6, man.
It's so brutal.
It'll get you. Haley here for the... Hopefully get a birdie, get this round turned back around. Looks like she's 2 over par on the round right now, so turn it around.
There we go.
Good bird.
Reasserting ourselves back in the lead, and then did we miss Nicholson putting? I missed her.
No, I think she's just that close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Is that her blue one underneath the
Yes.
basket there?
Yes.
Holy
Or no, the purple.
Purple just short?
to the right, yeah.
Wow, that's an incredible shot.
Yeah.
One day I hope to be able to get a drive that's close on that basket.
Maybe one day when you grow up.
Maybe when I grow up. But those are some stellar drives by those two ladies. Absolutely great hole to park.
Yeah, and that's a good birdie by Kelly and Sarah. You know,
Definitely.
especially Sarah. You know, keeping a 3-shot lead right now.
Yeah. Hole 7,
Straight up the
272. That's the biggest lie of a distance I've ever seen. this hole easily plays 400 plus. It's a full rip on a hyzer for most
And then
most players.
also in tournament play, it's dangerous because you know you got OB right. So if you get it turned over a little bit, you know,
or if you just throw
you're
it too
going
straight,
OB.
you're
Exactly.
OB. Because hole 6 plays down straight in front of us, so they kind of run parallel to each other. The line between the two holes does play as OB.
You can really see how far up the hill it is here.
Yeah, we're going right back up the hill we just came down, and we're actually a little lower than what the basket was sitting. So
Sit down.
this is the real danger on this hole.
Oh
Is
no.
that rollaway potential.
Yeah.
So it looks like she finished inbound still, which is very, very fortunate.
Just under that tree, so it's going to be a difficult upshot.
So this is very uphill and very rolly. Kelly taking a tucker taking a line I don't see very often. That high forehand and hyzer, but it puts her in the middle of the fairway, so she should have a forehand hyzer approach from over there, actually.
Definitely a good safe line, especially with the OB right. You know, you don't want to have to push that if you come out early or anything. And
looks like-
Lillian going the same way.
Same way with the thumber. I think the thumber shape's a little bit better for this shot because you're going to get a little more pan on it, a little more height. She crushed that thing. Holy cow. So she's almost up by 8's tee pad up there, which is really far uphill. So she's going to have pretty much an open, straight approach to the basket from over there.
And my arm hurts just watching that.
Yeah.
Yulia, good angle, good safe angle.
think
Clear
that's
of everything.
Her strike that she's throwing there. So she's out in the open there. She's going to have probably 150 to the basket, but still a pretty good ways uphill to go. Tucker with anti-forehand. Left it a little shorter than she wanted to, but she'll have a circle's edge putt from there. Yulia going back to the rat.
Yeah. Open hyzer line, just throw it out there, let it come back. Just don't cut it a little too tight to those trees. There's just
Try to get it flat because there are a lot of roots here. And you don't want to land on too much angle because you can get a skip, but that's perfect. That's what you're drawing up. Sarah's caught up on this stump here, so she's not taking her mark, so she can get her foot underneath the disc a little bit.
smart move.
So she's wide open there. Great position off the tee. This is ideal situation.
Going with a nice AVR.
Good bit of turn on there, but nice hyzer back. Oh,
15, 18 feet.
yeah. So she'll have a putt at it still. Lillian left with a weird shape to that shot.
Yeah, not as clean over there as.
It's not as clean as I thought. It looks like she had a little low ceiling
Yeah.
difficulty she had to deal
So
with.
yeah, and Haley, she had to toss something around that tree. It
Wow,
wasn't
she
a
got
clean
really far
shot.
up the hill.
Save a par. Yeah, these chains do not like putts on the left side.
You got to put them on the pole if you're going to putt at Earlewood. Otherwise, they're not staying in. Sarah, this is only probably about 20, 25 feet, but it's still probably about 10 feet uphill, so she's
Yeah.
still got a pretty good pump to get up there.
Yeah, uphill, that uphill putt, common to leave low. It's just hard to get it up high enough. Lillian, after that good drive, left the
Awkward
upshot a
approach.
little short.
See if she can't make good on this one and get something rolling.
There
There
it
it
is.
is. Good putt.
Put the brakes on that.
Yeah. Haley just to clean up her par after that fortunate save to stay in bounds there.
Dead
Cleans
center.
it up. When you get lucky, you got to take advantage. So, good putt, good save. Yulia putting with her JK AVRs here. Expect her to clean this up every day.
Yep.
There you go. Good
Money.
putt. So, you're going to be tapping out here. Then we're moving on to hole 8. Hole 8's another one of my favorite holes. It's
Yes.
such a difficult pin to stick because of the high rollaway potential with the slanted bank behind the basket. If you hit it, it tends to make it roll down the hill.
It's pretty mental, like off the tee. That tree that comes on the left side, it's not in play. It messes with you.
It messes with you. There is a Mando on this hole. It also doesn't come into play. It's just to prevent players from throwing over hole 7's tee pad. But most of these players are probably going to go with a straight backhand with a mid-range putter. Just kind of split those 2 trees you see there. And
Haley going down the center gap.
wow, that's the tight route.
Made it.
So that's
Oh, man.
a great shot. This is another hole you're not going to see a whole lot of 2s on because of the high roller potential and the difficulty on this tee shot. The margin for error is not real great. It's really easy to overthrow it if you're going the straight route, like Lillian's going there, and put it up on the road and go in the woods there. Or
Not only that, but then this green's hard to stick. It's covered in pine straw. It's extremely sloped. Even if you land flat next to the basket, it'll skip 30, 40 feet back down the hill.
and then roll all the way to 4's tee pad.
Right.
So Yulia leaving us a little high, so she's going to get a lot of
Punch
carry.
through. It got through.
So she's down there all the way to about almost to 7's tee pad, but she's going to have a wide open approach from there.
Yeah, the hard thing here is just anything short left, and you're just getting gobbled up by all the mess there on the left side. Oh, bad tree kick.
So she's probably going to be on the edge there, so she shouldn't be too obstructive, but she's probably going to have to go with a forehand approach to the basket, which is difficult with the shape of the screen.
Speaking of forehand, that's a start since that Mando came into play here. I've seen this forehand play a lot more often than we used to. Just
This
throwing
is
a
a-
big flex down there.
I like that play. If she misses that tree and gets that late fade back towards the basket, that actually can sit really well and give you a nice, easy approach. It's just a matter of nailing those angles.
Sarah got that's
Oh,
deep.
man.
Yeah.
She is in there. So she can go either way, but pretty much she's from here. The attacking the basket is going to be difficult with the way that the angle is pinched off, and with that roll away on the screen is especially difficult with this angle she's coming in.
Get a good skip.
Got it
Okay.
nice and flat,
She got
great
it down
pan
there.
on there. So that's going to put her probably 15, 20 feet with an uphill putt. Well, this is a great camera angle to really see that angle that we're looking at here.
Yeah, it's so much slope.
Yeah, it's even more than it looks like here. So just a little high, tracking down the hill.
And again, just
It's a little roll, but
yeah.
she's going to be, that tree's going to be in her way there. Yulia got a nice open look here, so we'll just laying that one up.
Yeah, smart play there. You can run it from down there sometimes. You got that big backstop, but even then, you can catch the front of the basket, roll right back down to your feet.
Or past yourself.
So
So
nice up shot.
great approach from Lillian. This is Kelly for her par.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sit
Oh,
down.
no.
Sit.
Oh, good tree. That one was looking like it was going for a trip. Sarah from about 20.
After coming out of the woods. Oh, good par save.
Good par save. Good catch. She
Anytime you're going left there, getting a par, it feels like a birdie.
put that with a lot of confidence, put a lot of pressure on it, and hit it dead center, and it'll stay.
Oh no, that's for birdie.
Haley just a little timid on that putt. After seeing Sarah's putt nearly come back out, she just didn't put the juice on it.
So we're still gonna have a 4-shot lead. Could have been
Yeah.
5, but no, staying at 4.
Yeah. So they're just gonna be cleaning up here and moving on to hole 9. Hole 9 lost the tree this past year, which really opened up the straight route of this basket. Before you used to have to go with
Is that 10 points? Getting it caught in the
10 points if you get it in the second row, yeah. So right here you can see the tree that's down here to the right hand side that used to kind of protect the straight line of the basket. With that gone,
Timeout. Look at that good boy in the background. Look at that puppy. Just look at him.
he did not know what to think about the drone.
Yeah, just little downhill here. I think it's like 330, wide open since that tree fell. Just you know, you do have OB left with the path, and then OB right ditch. Just throw something fairly straight, let it float down there, and stay in bounds.
You do have OB long too.
That's not turned enough.
She wanted that to keep turning over, but it does kind of
OB.
just OB. Man, Lillian go with the forehand play, which I like for this hole. It shapes up for it really well for me. I think she's probably playing for the big flex, nice high spike. As long as it digs,
Dig. Safe.
she's gonna be right there where the old tree used to be, which is gonna put her about 65, 70 feet from the basket. Yulia going with, I think it's our Glow Leopard 3 from last year's Earlewood Classic.
Definitely a glue plastic. Turned over a little bit, flexing nicely.
That's gonna be perfect.
Good and clean.
Little counter skip.
Oh man.
That's exactly what you want to do. So the green does slope left to right. So if you're throwing those forehand hyzers at it, righty forehand, you can get skips down to the OB. But playing that backhand turnover that just spikes back into the hill is perfect for the shape for this
That's
shot.
got to sit. That's going towards OB.
That should be
That's
okay.
fine.
So she's just played into that slope there, so it just kind of dug and sat. This is the shot that has the potential to go OB depending on what kind of skip she gets down the fairway. So that's a little high. It looks like it might be stable enough.
That's close.
That's real close.
I actually do think she ended up inbounds, but by like a foot.
Yeah, she didn't have much to work with.
Scary upshot if you leave it short like this. It can get away from you in a hurry, but Sara just nails that upshot.
Yeah, OB's probably about 20 feet past the basket here, and you can just see it follows the edge of the wood line there all the way down as well. So definitely a tricky shot. Looks like she's going to have to go with an upside down pancake shot. Wow, that was actually really well thrown. Great shot. Lillian going to be just laying this up. Just sit.
Yeah.
Great shot. Man, your camera really catches the slope on that green. You can see how much it turns.
Yeah, this is a hole. If you have a good drive, you're thinking birdie, but if you're outside the circle at all, you're just hoping to walk away with par.
Yeah. Kelly just laid up there for her par.
Good putt.
Great putt by Kelly. It's good to see her hitting those.
Yulia for the birdie.
The lone birdie on the card, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. Yulia!
Lillian cleaning up a par. We missed. Yulia just tapped out quickly for par. Sara for par.
Let's be Haley for her bogey. Not what she's looking at coming into this hole. Hole 10, there's a couple different routes on here. There's a forehand hyzer to the left over the creek, or the dead straight shot right at the basket. Either one of them plays very well. The creek and beyond does play as OB left, and parking lot right does play as OB as well.
Yeah, tricky hole, man. It seems like in tournaments, this hole just eats people alive. In casual play, it's no big deal, but when those OB
As soon as those OB flags, the ropes go up on this course, it plays 4 to 5 strokes more difficult.
Just grab your flippy putter and hit that middle gap.
She got this turned a little too much, but it's got enough hyzer on it. She's going to be hyzer and back.
That's a putt.
That'll put her right inside the circle there. Yulia, I think this is going to be her rat again. Just trying to go more or less just straight at it. A little flip.
Oh, no.
Caught that tree and kicked OB. It's unfortunate. Sara looks like she's going with an ABR here. It's nice and straight. Little turn, get off that tree.
Gotta get down. OB.
OB. Yeah, that creek definitely comes in there if you're playing that hyzer. If you get too much height on it, it's easy for the disc to stall out and hyzer back. So,
Kelly should be playing a flex here over the creek.
yeah, that flex line plays really well, especially at her distance. Just didn't get the
early,
flex on it. Didn't commit to that hyzer line.
Decent kick. You know, she's still in bounds, though. But
She's going to be in the middle of the fairway. She should have an easy approach for her up and down. Expect this one to go right under the basket from Haley. Nice straight putter
right down
turnover.
the middle.
Nice nose up.
Get it.
Oh, great shot. Almost put it in there for the one, but easy 2 from there. Make her progression back down under par after these last rough few holes. So,
Yeah, it's been an up and down round so far.
yeah. Yulia from Tricky Footing. Looks like she is OB there, but she's still not where she wants to be. But nice little bullfrog approach there.
Yeah, that should be a good cleanup for a bogey. Kelly fortunate to stay in bounds after, never know where that tree's going to kick you.
No, you don't. This little Annie forehand.
That'll
That
work.
sits. Yep, that sits pretty. Great shot. Lillian, you can see she really pushed it up to that upper edge towards that right OB, but she stayed in.
Yeah, putting downhill towards the basket with OB just past, but shouldn't be a problem unless you get too aggressive.
Yeah, just playing a smart play. Because if you put it high enough to commit to that shot from where she is, she's got a high probability of going OB if she doesn't draw metal.
Sara taking her drop from where she went OB, looking to ring this up for a par.
That'd be a great save from there. Good bid. That's probably about 60 out, so great run from Sara. Kelly coming back on this one. Looks like her approach pushed a little long.
Good par save.
She's got that in the bag though. A little behind the back butter switch there. Getting fancy
You
with
ain't
it.
got those skills.
I don't. And then
Haley to get a stroke back, or 2 strokes,
yeah, stroke on the
Two
entire
stroke.
guard.
and 2 on Sara.
Yeah.
Good
So,
bird.
Great putt. Great drive. All right. Come on, Yulia. You missed a couple lately. I need you to clean this one up.
Yulia using that Apex Disc Gear Fidget Mini.
I see that. Little shameless plug. Sara to be cleaning up her bogey. It's unfortunate that she caught that OB there.
Yeah, she's trying to chase Haley down, and with Haley taking a birdie, her taking a bogey, that's just going the wrong direction.
Yeah. But it's Earlewood, so you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Bogeys are out here.
So hole 11, 185, probably plays like 240-ish. It's very uphill, but very short. So ideally you just want to throw something dead straight up the middle, either forehand or backhand, whatever floats your boat, and just hit the gap.
Might even see a thumber out of Lillian.
I would bet on it. Shapes very well for the thumber, playing off
That
to
is
the left.
so pure.
Get it. Oh, just over the top of the basket.
Two-
This is another one you can really run at.
2 holes in a row, she has been scaring the basket off the tee.
I think it's the same putter, too. They're both that pink putter.
Yeah, of course, Lillian going thumber.
A little low.
Get a good that's
Good reaction,
money.
though. So she's probably going to be about 25 after that reaction off to the right-hand side. Kelly pretty much going the same line, but with the forehand Anheuser. She goes all the way around
Yep.
the left side, which is the route I thought Lillian was going to go with the thumber.
And she's long.
A little deep, but it's a good putt from there.
Everybody nailing the gap so far, though, and getting it up there, having a birdie look.
I like that left side because it has flatter footing than the rest of the hole, in my opinion. It just stretches it out. so-
Even though she let that go a little early, she still got to putt a birdie. Still
right
up there.
That's the miss to make, is off to the left a little bit, but you don't want to end up in the shrubs to the left. It's like Sarah's going with a fairway here.
Go over off the dead tree.
Just clip the top of it. That's another tree we lost this last year, but it creates a cool little obstacle in the middle of the hole now, so I kind of like it.
Shoot, 10 more years, we might just be calling it the Earl Classic.
There won't be much wood left in this space. So Yulia's probably right at circle's edge here. Let's see if she can get us in a good go.
We got some looks at the star frame here.
She missed a couple, but I expect her to get back on track. I don't expect her to miss very many putts in a row. Oh my gosh, Earlewood.
Earlewood. We should have put up an Earlewood counter. How many times people get Earlewooded? Kelly to get a birdie here.
Just a hair high. Looks like that dome is
Alright.
slanted her away from her. So
5 chances of birdie here. We're 0 for 2. Oh no.
0 for
0 for 3.
Why you got to count? Now there's no chance, Nick.
Come on, Lily.
Here we go. Oh, what is going on?
Why are you so mean, Earlewood?
What's happened? So Sara with the last chance at a birdie on this hole.
Skipping it off the dead tree.
Oh man, 0 for 5 on birdie putts in this hole.
I think if we all try to
think after seeing that first one that Yulia had spit out, it kind of put the nerves and the rest of the players on the card and made them think about their putts too much.
Yeah, it's fun to listen to them talk about all that. Man.
Earlewood's one of those courses. These baskets are notorious for how they catch or don't catch, but it's a staple of the course, and I think it's a good thing. Yeah. But it definitely can get in your head when you're not having the best putting round. Yeah. Watching that happen to whoever's in front of you.
Although there were no gains or losses on that hole, everybody's disappointed coming out of there with a par after all those looks.
Absolutely. Hole 12, 300 feet. You're going to see a lot of right-hand, backhand hyzers, or we've actually lost a couple trees in this past year. One right here being right over the basket with a nice little $20 bounty on it if you go in the hole.
Yeah.
And it's actually opened up the straight route. But Haley's going for the big hyzer, which is
money.
Which is the play.
Skip down the hill. That's a little short, but
it's going to put her in circle 2, so she should be about 35, 40 feet, I would say. I'm betting Lillian going.
Lillian with the 30th thumber today.
I'm curious to see this route.
Straight down the gap, middle gap.
Oh, yeah.
Off the road, go in.
Oh, get it. Oh, man. Such a great shot. I thought that one was going in.
That was so close.
So close. Great catch cam, too.
Yeah. Joe Wallace. Kelly with a little early, little inside, but she's
going to be down the hill.
Yeah.
So looks like she's a little pinched off behind that tree, but she's got a good forehand, so she should be able to reach out and make that work for her.
Yulia rocking that nice Earlewood Classic polo.
I'm very happy with how the shirts came out here this year. Glad we were able to get all the sponsors on the back of those shirts, too.
Yeah. That's a good line.
Nice low line.
Nice outside.
Stability. Skip down the hill.
Unfortunate.
Didn't quite get the skip she needed, but she's going to be putting. I expect her to run that putt as well, too. See if Sara can correct on these and get the right height on there. That looks nice.
Coming in nicely. Oh.
Just needed another foot or two, and she gets that downhill play on that hill. It's very, very tricky coming down there because if you get too much skip, you can skip past the basket, and there's OB about 30 feet past the basket on that high line.
That's a tough up shot from back there, pinched behind the tree.
Yeah, it's very awkward, more so than I would have thought. But she puts herself inside the circle for her par save. Sara from probably about 45. So this will be a nice long putt.
Try to close that gap.
Oof.
Decent bid.
Drew some metal. She had the line right, just not quite enough height on it. Haley trying to take the birdie here and expand her lead a little bit.
Oh, she wanted that one.
She did. She gave it the height, just didn't quite get the right angle on it. Yeah. Yulia from probably about 50 here, I would say. Maybe 40. It's hard to tell with that angle, just a little high. So plenty of commit on there, so that's always good. Whenever I like to see somebody miss high when they're going for those long putts. Oh, I hate that though. Yulia.
See if Lillian get the bird. Yulia coming back for that'd be.
This would be for bogey.
Okay.
She makes good on that one. Wow. It's tough seeing her struggle putt like this because normally she's so good on the green.
Yeah. Haley to maintain a 5-shot lead.
Oh no. These ladies are having a tough time with these baskets right now. They are absolutely biting them. So that'll put Sara picking up a stroke on this hole with the par. Wow. This has just been very back and forth roller coaster round for everybody. Nobody quite shooting what they're planning on shooting out here.
Yeah, nobody's shooting par right now. Everybody's over. Hole 13.
It's a 282, probably plays more like 310, 320. You have to get a little bit of height on it to get it up over this hill. You're going to see a lot of backhand hyzers. Lillian's going to go thumber, it looks like.
And unfortunately, we had some cameras die on this hole.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it I forget exactly when it gets cut off, but we're about to switch to some cell phones.
So that was a good shot from Lillian. Sara's throwing what I think is a route.
Right over the bridge.
And he just clears that hill. Another 6 inches of height, and she slides all the way down that hill to the basket. So good shot. I expect Haley to go a little bit higher on this and probably ride the hyzer the entire way.
Oh, low.
A little low and a little flat, but it's a fairly simple approach from there. As long as you're on that high side there, the approach isn't too bad.
Yeah, you just don't want to go left. When you go left, you get down into the shrubs and everything, and
Right.
it's pretty nasty down there.
Kelly throwing a nice forehand flex there.
Good skip, too.
Oh, good roll down the hill.
She's going to have a look.
Yeah, that's a scary putt though. There is OB back there, but it's really deep, so you're not likely to hit it. It's just that rough back there.
Yulia coming in hot.
So that tree she hit, you just have to miss that tree. Anything that misses that tree is going to skip down and filter down somewhere towards the basket. Eventually, we're going to come back to some live footage. There we go. There's the camera angle issues that you were talking about. So
I think everybody got out of there with par.
that looks like it's correct based on the
Yes.
holes. There was a little preview there of Lillian throwing this hole. The previous hole. So hole 14, 200 feet. It's just dead straight in front of you. The play is a backhand hyzer off to the right-hand side. There's low ceiling off to the left, and there's shrubs and OB off to the right. Sarah's pushing that OB. Looks like she's going to be OB over in 15's fairway. So Haley going straight hyzer up that right-hand side. Oh, she's just playing dead straight at it, running it.
That's what you want. Sit down.
Sits.
That's
So that's going to
fine.
put her probably about 15 feet-ish area. So that's it's a good play.
Nice little uphill putt.
Our batteries are dead.
Oh, and Nick reiterating that his batteries are dead. Yulia going back to her rat. Playing that little hyzer up there, a little flip. And then hyzer finish. This should be sitting really nice. Right up on top of that plateau up there. That's ideal. That's what you want to do on this hole.
Tough forehand shot here.
It is a very tough forehand, but I've actually been liking it. Throwing it right at that tree to the left-hand side and just getting that hyzer skip right before it or right after it.
Good
She's
angle.
just going straight flex route at it. That's nice.
And it skipped up there. It should
Good
be
skip up the
close
left
to 10
side.
high.
So, yeah, that's going to be a nice shot. I like that play.
Good up shot from Lillian.
Solid approach there.
Trying to
Sarah figuring out where she went OB.
Yeah.
They gave her an extra 5 feet. It doesn't really change the shot much from any position they're looking at here. But
Yeah.
just trying to make sure we're doing the most fair thing for the player. So she gets her meter off of OB there. Any of those positions isn't really going to affect her shot at all. But it should be a nice, simple little Annie approach to the basket for her.
Check.
And
Yeah.
she does just that. Puts it right underneath the basket to tap out and then finish this round and
One
get ready
thing-
for the next day.
One thing we hadn't talked about is the lack of wind. There was not that
Been
much
very
wind that
calm.
day. Yeah.
Typically, the Earlewood Classic is a fairly windy tournament, and which creates a lot more rollaways than we've had. But today was almost dead calm.
Oh, Haley running it.
Running it. I guess that's what happens when you got a 4-stroke lead on the last hole. You just try to put it in and pad that for the next day.
Bold move, Cotton.
It was bold, but let's see if she can't convert her par. And
Oh, Kelly just
Kelly.
missed the bird.
her drive ended up very good, so that's probably only about 15 feet there. So that's not how she was planning on finishing that out for sure.
So it looks like,
I didn't see where Haley's putt ended up.
oh, a little long.
She got a little carry, but she should be probably about 20 feet.
This is to save a round of 2 over par for the day.
Wow, not what she was wanting after shooting 3 down yesterday. Oh no. So this is gonna be her finishing an even par for the
Yeah.
tournament for the first 2 rounds.
And looks like she'll only be carrying a 3-shot lead into the final round.
Yeah, Yulia at 6 over. Kelly and Lillian are tied at 10 over right now. Lillian's gonna be putting for par now, right?
Yes.
So if she makes this par putt, that'll have them tied going into the final day as well. So it's still fairly close, but a lot of Earlewood left. As y'all saw this round, almost anything can happen. Again, I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors. They're the ones who made this possible for us to have this great purse for our pros and put on a great tournament. Special thanks to our camera guys, Nick and Joe, for putting together some great footage out here, and Nick for doing all this editing for us. Just want to say thanks again, and stay tuned. We will be back very soon with the men's final round of MPO. See y'all soon. Thanks.